I'm super excited about this one. We are down at a winner of the US Open's home course. We're at Hallamshire Golf Club. Matt Fitzpatrick 2022 won the US Open. It's actually US Open week as we film this. It's the next episode of In the Red. I'm excited for this one. It's meant to be a tough golf course and you can see why he's got so good if it is going to be quite tough out there. A heathland golf course just on the outskirts of Sheffield, the west side of Sheffield. It's up in the hills a little bit. It's going to be bouncy. It's going to be what looks like a tough driving golf course. Looks tight. There's some tricky holes out here, but we're ready to go. We had a decent score last time at Warrington. I think green percentage was pretty good. Fairway percentage was pretty good on the front nine. Back nine fell off a little bit. We just need to get a bit better at that. And overall, I was pretty happy with how I played. There was just one double, which was the issue, but we're going to go and get it done today. I'm feeling good about the game. I played a couple of times last week and I'm excited for this one. Hallamshire Golf Club. Let's see what you've got. So our first hole is 468 yards down the hill, sorry, a little bit left to right. The wind's a little bit into off the right. I think my aim to today, again, is try and hit 10 fairways, try and make 3 birdies, and we should be pretty decent from there, but just got to trust the golf swing a bit and see what we've got. Oh, that is not the start we wanted. A little toey one. It's actually hit the trees and kicked right. Wasn't good. A little toey sniper to start. Whew. Right, going to be a hard work hole. Well, not the ideal start. It has dropped out a little bit, but it's going to be a little chip back into play. We're 220 away, so chip it in and get it back. Yeah, chip it back out, little 9-iron, and then see what we can do. Get going. We'll take it, it's back in play. Little bumpy start. Not the normal In the Red start that we've had. The last few have been pretty decent, the last few starts, but we've still got time. We've still got time, folks. Also, comment down below what we're saying on the hat. It's a hot day, trying to keep the neck-o protected and the head protected. Are we feeling it swagadocious? Leave us a little comment down below. Hat game strong or not? Feels like it's going to be a very bouncy golf course this today. 180 downhill is playing 175, a little bit actually down the wind. Looking back on that tee shot, I probably could have hit an iron down to here and do that. That's the beauty of maybe a practice round or knowing where you're going. Let's just get this in the middle of the green, see if we can take our chances. Turn over a bit. Turn over. Well, we've hit the green. We've got an outside chance of par. Let's see if we can muster a good roll up with the blade. I think that's one thing that I did well at Warrington. I putted pretty nicely, held out very well, and continue to do that in my up and coming rounds in the new series we have with Peter Finch. Make sure that you subscribe to both channels for some pretty epic content that's coming from both of us. But for now, it's all about here, all about Hallamshire. I had a putt on the putting green and they were quick and true. And this one looks very much like it did over there. Well, I've pushed that off the planet. Got the pace spot on. Just a big old push. Well, we're back to the traditional In the Red start. It's a little bogey. Can't complain after that tee shot. It was pretty poor, but the other bits were okay. So let's keep going. 17 more holes to go. Let's crack on. So there is a story. John Jacobs, if you don't know him, he was like the godfather of golf coaching. He was the assistant pro back here many moons ago, probably 60 years ago or something. And there is a wall that surrounds the golf club here at Hallamshire. And there was a story that he was teaching a doctor or one of his students who really struggled with coming over the top, and they started the lesson from about 10 yards away from the wall, and he was struggling, and he just moved him closer and closer to the wall each time, so he couldn't actually hit it over the top anymore, so he had to swing from the inside. Would have been a pricey miss if you clattered your clubs on the nice stone wall around here. You can see it just along here. But second hole is a par 3, a nice long par 3. It's 185 today. Wind's a little bit into, so I have to choose the correct bat. It's about 25 degrees today, so the ball is cutting through the air quite nicely. Just a bunker to avoid. Got to carry that. That's just about 5 yards short of the front of the green. Pin's pretty much in the middle, so the bunker's at like 165. So I think just a 6-iron up the middle of the green. If it fades, it fades. If not, we're safe, and we'll try and just plod our way around. The assistant here in the shop, I asked him what the course was like, and he said 1, 2, 3, 4 are really hard, so try and not drop too many shots. Filled me with confidence. I've got my fade, but I've pushed it. Just missed the green by about 2 or 3 yards to the right, so strap in. I think it's going to be a ride today, folks. Comment down below as well which has been your favourite episode of In the Red this season. We've had 3 or 4 now. Which has been your favourite? We've got some good courses to come that we've lined up, so hope you're enjoying them. Let's see if we can make par here, baby. Well, I'm only 25 yards long there. I did pitch pretty much on the back of the tee here, which is right next to the green. So we are on the path, so I can take a drop over yonder. Faced with quite an interesting one because the green slopes away quite a bit from the from where the flag is. This is going to test my skill set. Sit. Crikey. I played that pretty much exactly how I wanted to, into that bank, and thought it was going to stun it a bit. That was such bad clubbing on there. Off the tee, I needed 1 club less because I pitched. Well, I can't quite figure the wind out round here. Tell you what, you can see why Matt Fitzpatrick is a decent player. They've got Barclay Brown as well, who played in the Walker Cup recently and also qualified for the Open at St Andrews last year. So it's got a bit of a reputation of producing good quality talent. Break in. Oh, a bit bold. It just had a little jump there. Just added a bit more pace to it. This is really becoming a whack session, this hole. Do you know what? I'm pretty happy with that because I was thinking I'm going to have double or triple here. Wow, right. The battle's on, folks. 2 over after 2. Woo! So our third hole is a par 4 that plays 428 yards. Looks like it maybe falls down to the green. I've got a bunker here at 213, which I can just see off the tee here. Then my next one's 381. It looks tight. And the way the ball's bouncing, I think if I can clear the 213 one, as long as I get it in the fairway, then I'm only going in with like 8 or 9 iron. So I'm going to just try and steady the ship here, get the rescue in play, and see if we can settle down a little bit. But it's going to clear the trap. It's just over it, left side. When it's bouncing, not my best strike, but I think we're going to be okay. We're downwind. It's 145. At 149 it was, sorry, to the flag. But it's only 137 to the front. I'm going to go wedge. Just a good one of these. The ball seems to be going quite away today in this heat. Good one of these. Need to try and stick this in close because it looks protected and it looks like a sneaky pin. So for just a good nice swing. I actually thought that was the flag over there. Just shows like having played a course before could make a massive difference. Oh no, I've wrapped my hands around that. It's going in the trap left. Ah, Matthew. I've totally misread the wind again. I thought the wind was like off the left, and it's like, I know I've drawn it with my swing, but it's moved another 10 yards in the air. This is not ideal. Right, I know this is, the ball's literally pitched sort of back edge of the green maybe, which was I think it was 165 to the back of the green. It's gone bouncing down. I am totally out of kilter with yardage and with the wind, because it's down off the right, so I could have hit like 50 degree there. Now we've got a terrible lie grass going into us to the tightest pin to a green that feeds away. If I get out of 5 here, I'm a happy boy. God, this is... I can see why Fitzpatrick and Barclay Brown are like lasers, and why he's so statistical as well. You've got to know your numbers around here or you get made to look a fool. This guy. Right, I'm going to try and pitch it at the bottom of the slope and let it just sort of trundle up the hill and run out. Big bounce. Well, I'm over the moon with that one. I think I could play that 20 more times and get that nowhere nearer. Let's see if we can get the putter working, save our bacon. Well, it's the worst start I've had to any round of golf in a long time. Don't feel like I've done that bad either. Right, really need to focus on finding where the wind is for the next few and focus on my yardages, because 3 over after 3. Some golf course though, it's brilliant, it's in great condition. Let's see if we can do it a bit of justice. Right then, let's see if we can save something. We're on the 4th, 460 yards. This one looks a little bit easier. There's a bunker at 390 that isn't a worry, mind you, with how wrong I've got all my yardages today, you never know. Pretty much straight away this one. There's some trees down the left, looks like there's another hole, looks like you don't want to miss it right, so I'm going to try and just favour a little fade, little high fade down here. And we've got it straight down the middle. Big bounce. Should hopefully only have about 100 yards with the bounce today. How far that will have gone. Felt good. Let's see if we can go and get our first par of the campaign. Hold on fellas, hold on, it's coming. It's coming. Well, 95 yards. So just a 355 yard drive there. Let's see if we can do anything with it. It is downwind this way, I can definitely tell you. This one, nope, it's gone that way. Definitely tell you it's not downwind, it's off the right a bit. 95, I'm going to try and hit my 55 to about 85 yards and let it bounce up a bit. Sit. The ball, I've changed balls today to a Chrome Soft X and I'm hitting it miles. That was a 3/4 swing which normally goes 85 yards and it's just pitched closer to 100. I think this thin cold air, we are at altitude as well. Is that something that we'd have to bring in up here on the hills? I mean, you look out that way, look how high we are. Massively up on top. A factor I hadn't thought about. Maybe something in it. And this heat, thin air up here. Whew. We're not down at Warrington, down at the bottoms. There's my pitch mark. I've landed that pretty much about 15 yards longer than I wanted. Good pace, good roll, the rolling, lovely these greens. And there we go folks, we've had it, our first part of the campaign after 4 holes. Let's go par 5 next. We're starting the fight back. It is well and truly on. So the 5th hole is a par 5. It's only similar to what we've just faced in that par 4, being 475 yards. This one, the land falls very much to the left-hand side, so you want to try and hit a little bit of a cut up the middle to then give you a go at the green in 2. So I think I'm just going to hit a 3-wood just to get it in play, and then we can get away from there. That should be spot on, a little cut up the middle. Even that's had a huge kick left. It's probably going to be left semi, but it's a good shot. I can feel it now, I can feel us. We're gonna, I reckon, pick 2 or 3 up now in the next few. I'm feeling gravy, baby. Hallamshire, I've just seen the course out into the back 9 and it looks sensational. Looks unbelievable, this, a real sleeping giant. Oh, that was the marker post. I finished right of the marker post and it's kicked left, so we should be spot on there. Baby! So we're 184 to the flag. Wind's into off the left. It's uphill slightly, there's nothing for short, it's dead before the green. There is a bunker at about 150, I think that is, let me just check. 142 to cover. So I think if I get a cutty 6 iron, that should be about right, or what am I, 160 to the front? The way I've been hitting it, it's going miles. 180 is normally a 7 iron. And it's 183 to the flag. Let's go 7 iron and just aim at the flag. If it fades, it fades. We just don't want it pulling loads left off this slope. Be the right number. Be the right number. Little kick. I've seen it bounce. I don't know if it's pulled up just short with that slight interwindness, but it's up there, it's there or thereabouts. We're going to have a pretty close proximity chip or putt, I would imagine. So happy with that one. Right, so we've pitched in here. So that was actually trusting, having known that the ball was going further there, trusting that from the last few holes. So it was a good learning experience, because now we've got about 12 foot for an eagle. Flag game's pretty strong there as well, isn't it? Look at that beauty. Ooh. Ooh. Got it just a little left to right. I hit that where I wanted. I thought that was going to move with the slope. Feels a bit wasted, that. But it's a birdie. It's 1 back to the good, so we'll take that. First birdie of the campaign, one of the 3 we want. Probably need to alter that to like 4 or 5 I need today, but I feel like 5 holes in now, I've settled. I think the first few was just a little bit, I think, more out on the yardage, and knowing that this going further in the hot heat, the elevation that we're playing at, and just sort of misclubbed a couple of times. But I feel like I'm getting there now, got my swing. Let's see if we can dial it in on the next 4 or 5 holes, get back. Another long, tough par 3 now. Should be fun. This technically should be downwind now, shouldn't it? But I don't really know. It's, considering we're high above everything, it's quite hard to figure wind out round here. Because that last one was straight, the wind was here a little bit more, so technically it should be down and off the right. Maybe if we just get out of, yeah, it should be down and off the right. It's saying 193 on the stump, but 198 playing 184. Down the wind. 184, it's probably playing close to 160. With a bit of wind, 165. I'm going to go 8 iron and see if we can get it close. Leave it. It's just going to catch a piece of the green, I think. It's pitch middle of the green. I think if I would have hit, actually hit the fringe, and it's taken a wicked bounce over it. It was the right club, just didn't get the fade I want. Right, I reckon we're going to have a tricky up and down here. Oh, positive is that it's a massive green, so we've got a bit of room to work with. It's kicked, I think, pretty much off the back here. I think if it lands on the green, we'd probably be back third, so we maybe could have gone 9 iron, but it's amazing the effect that this heat and elevation is having on the ball today. It's sat rather nice, so that's good. Simmer, 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 simmer. Oh, no. Just landed that about 3 or 4 feet more than I wanted, and they're just so slick. So slick, no bite on it. Oh, we've got our work cut out. Stay up. Didn't hit it, got a great line. It's had annoying that, because I don't feel like I've really hit many. The first hole was the bad shot that I hit. Other than that, it's just been yardages that have completely thrown me. Like, that wasn't a bad 8 iron, it's pitch near pin iron, just taking a massive bounce. But that's the way the game goes. We've got to keep soldiering, keep staying in it. So the 7th hole here, 328 yards, it goes down into the valley. And you can see the green when you walk to the end of the tee a little bit. It's just before a little bit of a stream. So I think we're going to hit 5 iron, expecting this to go about 230, 240 down the hill, and only leave me a little pitch in, judging by the tee. Everyone tends to hit irons off here, so the fairway's out here and sweeps a little bit. Well, that was a completely non-trustworthy swing. I'm just going to hit a provisional because I nearly missed the golf ball. I had lack of commitment to that one. That's good, just down the left. It's always easy the second time round. It's a stupid game. Stupid game. So we've had a little bit of fortune here. The ball's popped out down there. You can see my other one that I've hit pretty much just where this ball actually would have been, and it's skirted down and all the way to the bunker. So we've had a little bit of fortune. Sometimes that's all you need in a round of golf, just a little thing that just kick-start it. Strangely enough, now I'm actually looking onto the surface of the green for this pitch, which is 134 yards, that plays downhill by 8, which takes it to a nice 126er, and it's 117 front. I'm going to hit my 55 degree. Looks like long is very much dead here, so I'm going to try and fly this one all the way. Be a good number. Well, there we go. This ball, I tell you what, that's just gone 140 yards, massively downhill. You can see to the hole there, but even then I was expecting that was going to pitch 5 or 10 yards short. I can see they had an amateur event round here recently. Some very good players in it. Talking Walker Cup England players, stuff like that, and they put in some high numbers. I think I can sort of understand now why Matt Fitzpatrick is so detailed about everything that he does, because you've got to really think about it round here. You can't just sort of stand up and whack it. With all the elevation changes, it starts to bring into questions lots of what ifs and what will happen with the ball flight as you're going up and down the hills. Right, we've got another chance at a birdie. We need to get it back because we gave that birdie back very quickly. Tiny bit of right to left in this one. The greens look so good. If you get it on the right line, you can get them hold. So let's see. Oh. Literally inches out, just skirts the hole. If it had a tiny bit more pace on it. Oh. Tiny bit more pace on it, that was in, but a fortunate hole there. It would have been nice to steal a birdie, but we move on. Another good shot in. Just got to keep trying to figure it out, and we can crack the code. Right, our 8th hole's 400 yards. Some bunkers at 235 to clear up on the left, then another one at 259, then another one at 272. So it's either blast driver and get it up there, but even then, if you come in short of them, the one that's at 239, if you hit it into that fairway, it looks like it's rolling back to your feet today with how scorched the ground is. So I think we're going to give it a little blast. So well guys, if you're enjoying the video, make sure you do hit the subscribe button, totally free to do. Loads more great golf courses and tips for you to improve your game. It's just down there below. Right, now you're subscribed, back to the action. It's just up the left-hand side of the fairway. Oh, that was a savage bounce. It's pitched on the semi and took like a right angle into the long stuff. Oh, didn't need that. I caught it slightly toey, which sort of held it straight. Right, let's go and see what the next challenge is that awaits us. Well, we're just in a little bit of wispy grass. It's pitched just on a little bit of a bank over there and come firing this way. We've got 99 yards up to the flag. I've got a bunker short right that I can see here that's 62, and then one that's sort of pin high, that's 79, and then another one, sorry, that's pin high at 95. So I only really need to fly this about, I would say, 80 yards, and I think then it'll start bouncing and bounding, and it's going to come out with very little spin of the out of this rough. I found, actually, to be fair, not a bad patch here where I'm not that hampered by it, so should be okay here. Just play an 85 yard shot, even though we are uphill, so not expecting much rough, much spin out of this one. Well, hopefully that's close, because it was right on it and pitched what looked to be on the front of the green. So hopefully it's tracked up close to the flag. Wow, what a view. Not a bad house, whoever lives there. Well done. Well done. Oh, we've got a sprinkler head right in the way. I thought I'd done all right with that one, but pitched it just a little bit too far. It came out really well. It's going to come down here, stick its indicators on and drop round this way. Let's see if we can tidy ourselves up here. Some view that, what a backdrop. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Not bad. I'm scared of that one, if I'm being truthful. It was slick back down the hill, and now we've got ourselves a little tester. Happy with that, because that was a sneaky little downhill right to left. Right, it's a par. It's tough work, this golf course, tough work. Right, 150 this hole is playing. Wind's off the left, it's up the hill. Looks precariously close to the front, this flag. So let's hit a 9-iron, which will probably go 180 yards today in this weather. This should be good though. 9-iron up the hill, middle of the green, nothing fancy. Take our 3, if we get a 2, fantastic. And get out of this back 9 and see what we can do on the back 9. Hold your line, hold your line, hold your line, hold your line, hold your line. Oh, a favourable kick. Just hit the right side of the fringe. I reckon that's off the back though. I'm going to say it now. It is off the back because it took a fiery bounce out here. Let's see though. Hopefully it's caught a piece and we've got a birdie putt. Very impressed with this golf course, by the way. It is. I never really know much about it, but it's an absolute treasure. It's not the biggest green for a par 3, is it? We've just pitched here and found the back corner requires a little bit of attention, this, because it's getting down away from me. I think before we finish this hole as well, I've got to take a look down there because that's the next that we can see over there and it's sweeping away. So we'll have a little look at that just before we finish this hole, or after we finish this hole. A little downhiller though. Come on, would you a putt? We've been reading them well, rolling them well, just not quite got it yet. I thought halfway there it wasn't going to get there, and it's got 1.5 foot by, and then I thought I had it. It's just burnt the edges again. The brakes are so subtle. Oh, we're close, I can feel it. Right, that's 9 holes, 3 over par. We were 3 over after 3, so I don't feel too bad. I know it's not the ideal scoreline, but for a course that you don't know and being a little bit foxed by my yardages, I'm not too despondent at the moment. I'm quite good. I'm happy with my mindset. I think we just need to try and get a few more fairways and greens sort of tidier, and we'll be good. But look what awaits us. Look at that for a beauty. Back down there towards the water, and then up the hill. Whew. Strap in for the 9 holes, guys. Right, back 9, let's see what you've got to offer us. Looks impressive, this back 9. Let's go, come on. That's got about all of 150 yards. Didn't get the strike I wanted, a little bit toey, and now we've made it into a super long hole and used the advantage of the hill. Right, we've got 205 yards to the flag. In a way, quite lucky I hit that pour, because it's come here. If I would have pierced it down the middle, I probably would have been running into the, probably would have just been all right, but it's a real tacticianer's golf course, this one. 205, which is now sort of uphill into the wind. The front's only 189. Looks a long way, that. 189, up the right. Got to clear the trap that's 188. I think I'll go 6 iron out of here, just try and hit a low punching draw and try and skirt it up the green that way. That's got to go. Kick right of the trap, kick left of it, keep going. I didn't quite get it out of that lie, but it's up near the front of the green, so it's not the end of the world. We can hopefully chip in a putt and get it from there. Ideally needed to be down around here to have a good shot of that green, because it's a tricky hole, that one. Tricky hole to start the back 9. As long as we can land it somewhere around here, should feed everything up towards the flag there. It's probably the best miss, actually, leaving it just shy, because avoiding the bunkers or being left, it's a pretty difficult chip. But here, just got to throw it up onto that first part of the green, 55, and let it just feed on down. It's sat pretty nicely, so let's see if we can do something with this one. Good pace, just poor aim. Poor aim. Popped out. We've got a chance though. Could just do with a bit of chipping practice, it looks like. Just not quite got the chipping intact today. There's the tiniest bit of right to left in this one. The tiniest bit. It's down the hill. The green looks absolutely stunning. I saw that moving. Just that tiny bit out on everything. Like everything's right by the edge of the hole. It's a bogey. Tee shot needed work, but oh, just not quite sharp today at the minute. We'll get there though. We'll get there. 8 more holes to go. Just keep pushing. We are on top of the world up here. 375 straight down. Down breeze, there is gorse up the left, but it's a pretty open space up here, so I think we'll just give driver a rip and see if we can get up close. That is on the money. Straight down the middle, kick right for me, get going. That won't be too far away from the green, I don't think. It looked like it went miles. We need a chip and a putt though. Sweltering out here. MF is sweating, you know the world's hot. Don't sweat normally, I'm like a lizard, little gecko. So bliss is a little bit of ignorance here really, because if we pan round we can see just here a real big clump of grass, and they've chopped some of it down there, and obviously it's all, you could see the stuff off the left of the fair, off the tee, on the left side of that fairway. It doesn't actually look that big of a fairway. I've pitched slap bang in the middle, if anything slightly left-sided, and it's kicked and come down here, so we're in a good spot. But it's looking good. We've hit it about 325 down there, so that's nice. We've got 55 yards to the middle now to the flag, so hopefully it can stick in close and take a birdie. Just try and get it up in the air a bit, this one. I've got a 60 degree out and hopefully get it stuck quickly. Be good. Be good. Oh, even that's just... It's pitched really nice. I mean, it was the slightly towiest strike. Slightly towy. And it's just a couple of bounces. And now we've got about 25 feet. I thought it was going to zip in. It's tough to get it close to sticks today. Real tough. That's even up the hill as well. God. A birdie chance nonetheless. It is running down. I tell you what, it's shiny and brown here. You can see why. It was tough to get it in close out. It's a little pitch skid. Oh, right, come on. Let's work the magic. Just got to dribble this down the hill. Break. Oh, it's gone the other way. It's hit a bobble. That looks so good. It was tracking and then just took a tiny little nick. It's another par though. I've been close today with those chances. Been close, just burning the edge on everything. Whew, you can see why Fitzy's a good putter as well now. Tests every facet of your game, this place. Hello. So now we should be into the wind. We've got a lovely little green here. Grass is obviously flying towards you, so the wind's into off the left. Only 123 yards this one. It looks like going big's dead, but there's also bunkers surrounding the whole front of the green. So I think sort of just right of the flag's probably a good option here. I'm going to go 50 because I think with this wind, but the heat is actually making the ball go further. Let's get one of these. Let's stick it in close, favouring the right side if anything. So it's favouring that right edge of the flag. Wasn't my best strike, but do you know what? I'm happy with that, because I think at 120 yards you could probably be made a fool out of that. I'm just going to have a little look around the hole here, because the last few have just snuck on by, so we're just there or thereabouts. Just need that tiny little bit extra at the end. No, not again. Everything's just out. Well, it's another par ticked off. We just need to try and pick a couple more in now. We're 4 over currently. We've got 3 par 5s that do play on this back 9. I think the next is one of them, but we just need to try and get some shots back, hole a few putts, get the putter, might just heat it in the sun for a minute and let it get hot. I got that wrong. It's actually a par 4. It looks like it's about 600 yards up the hill. This one, it's actually only 400. We've got a bunker to clear at 275 and 259 up on the right hand side. Just gonna get driver going with a little fade, I think, again. Let the wind just move it into the fairway. And there we go. Hit that on the road. Well, that is in the tree line down the right hand side, not in a good spot. That is not what we needed. Damn it. Right, I'll hit a provisional. Clear the trap. Sit. Well, it's up there just shy of the gorse. We're in play. Hopefully we've had a bit of fortune with my first, but it was off the planet. I don't think it will have. Not scoring great, but I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely loving this golf course. It is brilliant. Greens are immaculate. The hole layouts are fantastic. And the views are stunning. Weather's great. Just my scoreline that's poo-poo, but it can all change. 3 off the tee. So this is now going to be our 4th shot, because we've not found the other one in all the dense trees and all the dense rough. It's hit some of the trees and decided to leave us on its journey. It's tried a few times but wasn't successful, but now it has gone to greener pastures. 115 yards on this one, out of the rough, up the hill, into wind. I'm going to hit my 50, and up and down here would be lovely, just to limit the real damage. Travel. Well, we've hit the green. We're going to have a chance at a 5 at least. 6. Strange, because I don't feel like if I make 6, I don't feel like I'm playing to 6 over par, but the scorecard tells no lies, unfortunately. Just that terrible start which did me. Hopefully we can finish really strong coming back. How good does this green look? They've had that mower thing on here, that iron. Look at the stripage on it. This is the time we need to hole it. I'm going to leave the flag in as an ode to Matt Fitzpatrick. Just reading too much into them, maybe. It's right by it again. Well, stinky double. We keep having those at the middle, just one around, just to really fox us. But I'm still happy, I'm still calm, which is good. I'm liking my mentality. Maybe we can pick something up in the last 6 holes. Last 5 holes. So the 14th hole is 510 yards, a par 5. There's bunkers at 263 up on the left to get over, and then 314 to get to the one on the right. So I think we just go down the left, a little fade, wind's off the left now, And then we should be golden. Try and pick one of the 6 we need back up here. Oh my. That was the anti-right shot there, a big pull hook over the other fairway, over the 4th fairway. Made it one hell of a par 5 now. It's about 700 yards for me. The worst shot we could have hit. We found some long rough here, no chance of going for the green too. We're only 230, so I'm gonna have to hit out and then play up. I reckon I can get a wedge 9-iron on this and then try and up and down it from the middle of the fairway, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. I think we found the biggest bit of jungle here, so let's see if we can get back in play. Oh, it's come out horrifically, bounced through. Perfect. No spin, slappy slider, and we're back in play. We're back in the driving seat, up and down it hopefully for our first birdie of the day. Have we had a birdie yet? We've had one birdie. Oh, for our second one. What a challenge. What a challenge this place is. We're back in play. We've only got 121 up to the flag. Wind's into a tiny bit, but ball is going a mile, so we'll hit 50. See if we can get it close. Be the number, it's right on the stick. Stay. Right, we've got a birdie putt. Let's get out of here. Let's get that birdie, the wildest birdie ever. Right, here we go. We've got another look at birdie. It's about 20 feet, uphill right to left. Let's see if this is the time where we get one in. I'll hit it. Good read, just didn't give it the hit up that hill. A bit tentative, but it's a par. Could have done with a birdie there. Right, we've got another par 5, 584 yards. A little bit blind almost with the gorse in front of us, so this is going to test my driver swing now. Just got to peg it down, trust it. We need to pick a couple up now. We've got 4 holes left. We've got 2 par 5s and a par 3 and a par 4. So 2 eagles, 2 birdies. It's not a bad day's work. Just coming down on the right hand side of the fairway. I think I've seen a bounce there, so should be okay. 208 yards to a bunker down there. Just would have thought that would have bounced down into the fairway, and if it was, we would have been able to have a dig with 3 wood, but 264 is a bunker at 210. I'm just going to hit a little punchy 6-iron just to get it up, leave 100 yards and try and leave myself a birdie up with a wedge. Get down, get down, get down, get down, not in the gorse. It's just going from bad to worse, this. It is going from bad to worse. I thought that was going to be simple. Should have just hit a 3 wood at the corner and try and slice it. Right, we've been quite fortunate. It's knocked it off this little route. I'm still going to be pretty impeded, I think, but 100 yards to the flag. Let's see what we can do. God, I do not want to get shallow on that, or else that is a snapped club. Leave it, wind, leave it. Softly. Tell you what, that was a really good training aid for me there. It just kept me right on plane. And we've got another birdie chance. I feel like I've been saying that an awful lot. We've got another chance, but we've done nothing with our chances. We need to hold that. I'd like to make a few birdies just coming in on these par 5s. I know, probably not going to get that in the red unless some miracle shots happen down the next 3 holes, but it's It's been one heck of a ride. I've really enjoyed this course. 3 holes to go though after this. Stranger things have happened. All right, I've been quite good with the wedges today. I'm going to leave that in, just a bit of fitsy look on this one. Tell you what, he must have had a ball growing up here, Matt Fitzpatrick, and his brother Alex. Must have just absolutely loved it coming out here and hitting all the different shots, the different things that they will have been tested with. Really make some proper complete players. Get in. Well, that was a complete putt. It's another par. Just needs a bit more, needs a bit more. Oh well, I'm going to set myself a little target of playing the last 3 in 1 under par. If I can do that, it's a good day. It's a good day. Right, a nice generous driving hole this one. 429 yards, a 16th. Looks nice. We're going slightly up the hill, slightly down the wind. I just need a good drive now. Good strike, complete that finish. Let's see what we can do. Come on, Matthew. Oh no, we've hit the dirty double cross. It's going left again. I drove it terribly. I think a driver lesson and maybe a change of weapon could be in order. It's been with me for 6 months. It's the longest one stayed. Well, I think it's going to the netherworlds. Well, 159 left, but we're in a little bit of the jungle. The fairways 50. My driver has really punished me today. We are in amongst it here. It's not actually too bad of a lie. Come and have a look at this. Sort of in between the... It's not too bad. I can get a club to it. I'm actually going to change from a 60 now to my 50. Smash it up to the corner, hopefully we can get near or on the green would be ideal. Well, that's get a good bounce left. Sit, 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 sit. Oh, it's gone up on the green and rolled off the other side. I mean, to get it out of there that far forward is a good one. I think my energy is getting a bit depleted now. We've just got to crawl over the finish line, maybe up and down, and see what we do. Right, we've run round the bunker, which is nice. Now we've just got a simple pitch back up onto the green, pitch it on, and let it run out. A chip in would go down like a nice cold pint now. It's literally 2 balls from going in, stop short. Oh, it's one of those days today. We'll take that though, from being off the planet, being able to hack it forwards and chip it stone dead. Bit of a miracle for happy days. 2 balls, maybe a foot away. Well, it's another par. I feel like I've battled. I'm quite happy today with it. I've not lost my mind. I could have quite comfortably thrown all the toys out of the pram, maybe 4 holes in, and probably led to me shooting 13, 14 over par, but I've stuck with it. We've got 2 holes to go. The challenge was 1 under that I set myself on those. Par 3 that looks stunning. I look what looks like almost like an old quarry wall, and then a par 5 to finish. Let's see if we can do it, folks. Right, our 17th hole's playing 120 yards. Have a look at this for a hole. There's all the old rock face down the right hand side, and then this sort of elevated green bunkers all front. Pin look like it's sloping, the green, sorry, looks like it slopes from the back right corner to the front left. 120, a bit into it, I'm going to go 50. dead at it. Let's see if we can do something. Drop on. Well, I'm happy with that one. We've hit it to about 6 or 7 feet, it looks like. It's hella warm out here, very undulating. It's a proper test. I hope you've enjoyed this watch, folks. We've got 2 holes to go. Well, 1.5. The next course that we're playing is going to be up in Scotland. It's on the east coast. It's going to be Gullen Golf Club, so make sure you are subscribed for that one because it's going to be epic. The old ripple spin. Right, come on, cometh the man, cometh the hour. We have done it. A cheeky 2. Feels like an eagle that right now. Par 5 to finish, eagle finish. I mean, get to 3 over par. What a round of golf. What a battle back. The best finish ever for an over par round. LOL, let's go, baby. Birdies. A par 5 to finish that's 487 yards. Driver's staying in the bag because he's been a naughty boy. We've got a bunker at 242, and then I think the next one was like 300 at 275, so it is into wind, so I'm going to hit a 3-wood, little fade, and then hopefully knock it up on. Pretty much dead straight. The wind's got it, check that trap. Hopefully it's not got enough to get there. Oh, sit, 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 sit. Should be. Jeez, that's gone miles. That's flown like 265 into the wind and just kicked left off the trap. I think it's just pulled up just shy of the gorse, so we should be okay. A stroke of fortune here. It's just scuttled into a little bit of an opening. Was an old tree there, but I am going to be blinded. It's whether I've got the heart to hit a little draw off the clubhouse here because I'm blocked out by this. I've only got 190 to the front, so just a little drawy number. I think that's coming out with no spin whatsoever. I'm going to go 8 so I don't pitch it into the clubhouse. It's not going to get there. It was pretty squiffy lie. It was sort of sat up but sat down. So it's come out the top, but it'll be scampering up there. We'll have a little chip and a putt hopefully for another birdie. But what a beautiful round. What a beautiful golf. Well, not a beautiful round scoring wise, but I'm absolutely taken back at how good this golf course is. If you are ever in the Sheffield area, make sure you pop in and have a round because it is really top class here. I thought I was going to kick more left when it landed then, but went pretty straight. We've got a chance though. We've got a chance to finish in style in front of the clubhouse. That's quite daunting with everyone looking on and watching you. There's more people watching on YouTube, but a few people in real life. Whew, gets the old knees knocking. Back to backers, finish in style. Oh. And there we go, birdie finish, folks. Guys, hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that sub button, hit that like button. If you're ever at Hallamshire, come and check it out. It is a stunner. See you in the next one.